I joked about being with his best friend. Now he's filing for divorce, using it as evidence. It was supposed to be harmless. One of those thoughtless, sarcastic remarks you throw out when frustration boils over, hoping for a laugh or a reaction. I never meant it seriously, not for a single moment. But one reckless comment can unravel everything you thought was solid. My husband, Ryan, and I had been married for 5 years. Our marriage wasn't perfect. Whose is? But I believed we loved each other. Or at least I thought I did. Lately, tension had settled between us like a shadow. Arguments erupted over trivial things. The warmth that once existed had dulled into routine, and I felt invisible. Ryan had a best friend, Adam, someone who had been in his life since college. Their friendship was effortless, built on inside jokes, late-night conversations, and decades of trust. Adam was always around, especially when Ryan and I were drifting apart. He'd make me laugh, ease the tension, and for brief moments, I felt seen again. I'll admit, I liked the attention, not romantically, but because it reminded me that I mattered. Ryan, meanwhile, seemed unaware. I could have worn a neon sign around my neck, and he might not have noticed. One evening, we attended a small dinner with friends, Adam included. The wine flowed, the jokes were louder than usual, and I was either bold or foolish. Someone teased about how close Adam and I seemed, and before I could stop myself, I smirked. Maybe I should just sleep with Adam and see if he's better than you. The laughter that followed froze in the air when Ryan's face stiffened. Adam chuckled awkwardly and excused himself, leaving me to watch Ryan retreat into silence. I tried to brush it off with a nervous laugh. Relax, it's just a joke. But Ryan didn't respond. That night, he went straight to the couch and didn't speak. Days passed in unbearable silence. Ryan barely met my eyes. Every attempt to explain myself was met with a cold, "You crossed a line." I couldn't understand how a single remark could wound him so deeply. I told myself he would calm down eventually, but he never did. Then came the final blow. A week later, I returned home to find Ryan sitting at the kitchen table, a folder of papers before him, expression grim. "We need to talk," he said quietly. My stomach sank. "Divorce papers? You're serious?" I whispered, frozen. "Yes," he replied flatly. "I'm done." His words were not just about the joke. "You humiliated me in front of my best friend. Do you realize how that felt?" I tried to argue that it was harmless, a moment of frustration. But Ryan wasn't listening. "It's more than that," he said. "It's every distant look, every lingering conversation, every line you've blurred for months. You've been crossing boundaries emotionally, whether you admit it or not." His words cut me deeply. There was truth to them. I hadn't cheated physically, but I had leaned on Adam's attention, seeking the warmth I no longer felt from Ryan. But I hadn't slept with him. How could he think I did? "You didn't have to," Ryan said. "The world already thinks you did." And he was right. After that dinner, whispers began. Friends joked. Rumors spread. The more I tried to defend myself, the worse it seemed. Adam stopped coming around. He stopped answering my messages. Perhaps he didn't want to face the tension. Perhaps he didn't want to be trapped in the fallout. Either way, their absence crushed me. Then came the lawyer. Ryan had begun the process, citing emotional betrayal and public humiliation. The man I had loved, my partner, was erasing the life we had built together. I begged him to reconsider, to talk, to let me fix it. "You're throwing everything away over a joke," I cried. "No," he said quietly. "You threw it away when you made me the joke." That's when I understood. It wasn't the joke itself. It was what the joke represented. Months of distance, resentment, and unspoken frustration had been compressed into one careless moment. I had wanted attention, love, recognition, but I had chosen sarcasm instead of honesty. And now I was paying the price. The divorce moved swiftly. Ryan left, cutting all ties. Friends took sides. I was labeled unfaithful, even though I had never crossed a physical line. Perception had become reality. I lost my marriage over a single careless remark. But the joke only revealed what was already broken. I felt unseen, unloved, and instead of communicating, I lashed out. I wanted Ryan to notice me, he did. Just not in the way I wanted. Months later, I live alone. I sit at the same table where it happened, on the same empty couch where he once sat, and I hear my own words echo in the silence. I joked about being with his best friend. I only wanted him to see me. Instead, I lost him. Sometimes love doesn't end with betrayal. Sometimes it dies in carelessness. Mine died with a joke that was never meant to be funny.